Well, hello. I think I'm live. I think I am live. Just checking my YouTube, which, hang on, hasn't come on yet. YouTube's a bit slow. And actually last time I did this, I noticed I had a lag, and that was a bit weird, having a lag. So you say something and then your mouth moves about 2 seconds later. That's pretty weird. So I don't know why that's not coming on. Maybe it will come on in a minute. Video, check my videos, just tweaking this. Ooh, there I am. Now I'm on. Oh, good. Okay, well that's good. Good. Okay. Oh, manage your channel directly from your phone. No, thank you. I have enough trouble managing it from my computer, but I'll turn off that. Right. Okay, I am going to paint actually this Bulldog in oils on this. Well, this was an old painting. Well, it was a painting I did a while ago, and it was a study kind of thing, and I didn't like it at all, so I decided to paint over it, which you can do here. I've set up my palette. So it's a Zorn palette, which is cadmium red, yellow ochre, titanium white, but instead of ivory black, I'm using Prussian blue and burnt sienna mixed together to make my dark, because I like that. I quite like that, and I can get warms and cools then. I'll put a bit more burnt sienna on my palette. Oils, and I need medium. I'll just use. Oh, I've got some mediums somewhere. And there we go. Good. I got some coffee. And why isn't that? Not that work like that? I don't know. I wonder if I have to click on that. Do I click on? Oh yeah. Okay. Good. I'm looking at my YouTube. I've opened that one up so I can see what's going on in that one. Perfect, good. So that's all working. So I've got some brushes here. Oh, yeah. So I've got 1, 2, oh, there's my brush. 1, 2, 3, and this brush 4. And I just finished some other oil things, so I need a rag. Oh. Rags are here. I had them ready. So I have a rag. Give it a wipe. My brush will wipe because I just washed this one out. I think my volume's working okay. And now I'm going to. This is board. And there's some collage under there, so there's already oil painting on there. And my brush in medium. Alright, so I'll just draw this thing out. I'm going to start with a bowl. A little bowl there. It's going to be the mass of his head. What has he got? Some shoulders. Actually, I want his chin to come down. That's way too high. Move him down a bit. He's got those big ears. Chin can come down here. Alright, so if that's the top of his head there, he's got big ears. When you paint things, you kind of realise how strange their proportions are and things, and angled that way. A bit more paint. A bit more paint on my brush so I can see what I'm doing. See what I'm doing. This ear and that ear, so they are the same size, these ears. can't see, I really can't see what I'm doing at the moment because it's so dark. Yeah. Bit of a square head, that's probably why they're called bulldogs. Well, I'm going to wipe that bit of a mistake off. Yeah, like that. So, I don't know, maybe I should come up from the bottom first. Don't know, I just got to get this thing where I want it before I do any drastic kind of anything. So yeah, I want him about that high up from the bottom. Alright, let's see. And actually I might just put some, so the Zorn Palette. The Zorn Palette, it's a good palette actually. That ivory black, which is what you're supposed to have, and which I aren't using in this. I'm not using it today. Oh, I need that right. So the ivory black is the cool colour. So I've got my Prussian blue and burnt sienna instead to make my dark, and it's just that little bit more versatile for me. You can tweak the darks, cool or warm. Is that about halfway? I think it is. I'm just going to build that up. Maybe I want to, where's his nose going to be? His nose is going to be down here actually, kind of low down. Let's see if I can do this whole thing with one brush. Get it. That's where his nose is going to be. Little schnoz. His nose is, it might be, it's a little bit low. Maybe a tiny bit higher. Just put it in there. I don't know. Got to kind of map things out. So we'll put eyes. His eyes are fairly low too, so they're going to be kind of here somewhere. Eyes. Which means we've got this kind of mouth down here. Just move that bit over. Yep, and then so now I'll get that top of the head bit. I'll just pop that in. So I've got a rough idea of where I'm going. And I'll have another sip of coffee. So it has some amazing thunder and lightning today. Pretty amazing. Carrying on. Okay, so let's just put this in. Let us just establish a few things here. So this is a little honey coloured, I reckon it's called a honey coloured Frenchie. And painted over an old painting that I didn't particularly like. It's bloody ugly actually. And but that's the beautiful thing about paint, is you can just, if you don't like something, you just paint over it. Maybe keep some of it. I might keep some of this rough background in there because I like the texture and the sort of weirdness of that. Why don't you do? Now the rules with oils is to stick with your darks, but to tell you the truth, I'm not terribly good at that, so I like to just kind of jump a bit between. I like to jump a bit between my darks and my lights, but I think if you're careful and you don't kind of muddy them together until you really have established your composition, you're okay. But God, he's got such a square head. That's how I sort of do it anyway. I do. And I like, another thing I do a lot is wipe my brush rather than, I can't, because I'm using just the one brush. I really need to wipe it a lot in between each time you load it up. They're looking quite interesting. Alright, I might go really wipe that paint off, get some dark here. I'm just going to put, I think, just check that these eyes are in the right spot, so I'm going to check the height of that one against that one. Yeah, that's okay, I think. Yeah, that's alright. So now what? Now I'm going to, I've got to put these ears in. They need to be kind of even, so I'm going to just mix a little bit of white, a little bit of grey with my colour, so I can see them. So I think I reckon I'll go up about this high. Now, they go more straight up, so that must be the end there. Kind of follows that line. How about that? Too big? They're pretty big ears. They're pretty big ears. I'm looking, they come out from the head here. I need to be able to see this, so see it against my background, so that I can. And they need to be levelled up. They're a little bit higher. That one's too. I've just pulled that down too low actually, so I'll move it up. I'll move it up where I can. Dip paint my rag in my solvent and just wipe that back a bit, because it sits just a bit above the eye there, and just a bit above the eye there, and then it kind of goes straight up like that, and then above the eye we've got a mark there, above that one we've got a mark there. Yeah, we'll go that angle. Yeah, that's okay. That's kind of roughly right. So I'll put just get that level right. I just put the top of the head in now too, and that's very light, so I'm going to mix some grey in with so it's about here. He's got some nice kind of wrinkles and crinkles. Is that high enough? Might have to be a little bit higher actually. I think I've gone too low. About there. Yeah, that's not bad. And then if I tone that down a bit for this bit under here, his head really broadens out sideways. It's very square. I'm continuously referring to my reference, which is over there. Actually, I've got two references. I've got one up here as well. There we are, looking square. Looks a bit haunting in there in that dark background. What I love the good thing about oil paints is they take ages to dry, and they dry the same colour as you put them on. So what colour is that? So you've got so much longer to play with them. It's really good. Now, I wonder if I want to. Do I want to go in? I might have to use another brush. Alright, one more brush. Just another. It's a biggie. Another biggie brush. But I just want to put the pupils in, you see. But I don't want to wash my other brush. Wash all the white off my other brush because I can't be bothered. And I want to just use this one for dark. Just dark. Sorry, I'm putting that pupil in. Put some dark under there. And some dark under there. And there. And there. And there. Yeah. So, but I might come in with a little bit of light. What is that whitey colour? Probably too early for this, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm very impatient. I like to see some results early on. And that may very well be my downfall with this one. But not to worry. And as long as I don't blend, I can come in later and kind of blend a bit. I'll put these dots in for the minute. Now I can sort of see that happening there, which means that what I want, I'm just going to, maybe a little bit darker. Now, did I have some notes today? No, I didn't. I'm just going to talk about the process of this. That was my plan. Just talk about what I'm doing as I do this, because then I can concentrate on what I'm doing. I'll leave them eyes for the minute, and I think I'm going to go into the top of the head, hey? So get some grey. Get some grey into my grey. And these kind of dogs have those kind of weird little eyebrowy things that blend into that one. Go back that way. Go back that way. I want to keep some of this background too because it's looking, I kind of like it. So I'm going to be a little bit careful with my marks. Oops. Check my brush. I really should check my brush every mark. I do. And yeah. Meaning like I've got to reload it almost every time I put it on. I'm going to. Because then every mark can have a little meaning, a little bit of a meaning to it. And maybe I can leave it there. Okay. So now I'm going to go in light. Yeah, I'm going to go in light. I'm going to go in light at the top of the head. So what colour is that? It's a kind of put some yellow ochre there. Can go some medium, maybe a bit more yellow ochre. Not too much red. Right, so where should I start? What colour is that? Go this way. Do 2 strokes per. Gotta find my own rules actually, that's one thing I've got to do. I mean, I do break them myself, but it's too exciting. It's kind of exciting. Oh no. Like, you can so easily get carried away here. And I don't want to do that. I've got to keep going with this. A little more green. Every stroke is important. He's a funny looking dog. He's a funny looking dog already. I like these oils, to be honest. They're kind of a little bit forgiving. Okay, here we're too wide, aren't we? We are too wide. So what have I got on my brush? Put that one there, and we'll put that one there, and that one there. So I've got to take him in a bit. He's too wide. Too wide here. I don't know what I'm going to do in the background actually either, so take it in. I can use a clean brush. I'm just going to chisel the size of him in because he's way too fat. Got a bit over enthusiastic there. Sort of fat dog. Oh, you're a fat dog. We do want a little fatty. Okay. Is that enough? I probably could come in more because his eyes are really close to the side, but I've kind of exaggerated that now. And I don't mind it, but I should try to be true to the breed and just genetically modify him a bit. And a bit goggly-eyed as well, isn't he? Right, okay, well that's okay, so now what? No, I kind of like that mark there. I'm going to leave it there. And now I'm going to put some of that body in to, some of this body to sort of anchor him a bit before I'll need to make his eyes a bit bigger as well. So just some body. A little bit of grey, mix a bit of grey with my yellow and stuff. And I still think he's a bit fat. Or maybe he's a bit long up there. I'll put some tone under his chin and just come up a bit with this. And his body there. That's what I can do. So we go. And then down underneath we need some tone. Some brown in there. Oh, there's a bit of red. Beautiful thing about this limited palette idea is that things like the Zorn Palette or whatever, you don't have to think too much about your colours. You can just concentrate on making a mess. Yeah, and I'm going to have to just zippy that up a bit there too. There we go. So now, I don't really look like that dog yet. Bigger eyes, bigger goggly eyes, I think. I'm gonna have to wash this brush. First wash of the brush. Okay, take some of this. Okay, let's goggle these eyes up a little bit. We'll goggle them up a bit. Because he's a bit goggly, more goggly. More goggly than what I made him. Anyway. So we'll just Mr. Goggle. And so I think I've also made him two. It's alright there. Just go up here with this body colour. For a minute. And that one, just a bit, and just round that one off a bit as well. So this is all underneath colour. Now I'll go a bit darker. Okay, so now I want to just put some more burnt sienna on my palette. The struggles are real. There's my... Oh, hello. Are you're watching on the YouTube. Is there a delay? There was. When I watched back on it last time, there was a real weird, there was a bit of a delay, but I have no idea how to fix that. So I suppose it doesn't really matter. Just having a bit of fun with oils today. Bit of oil work. Because I haven't done many animals in oils. And I think it's a bit of fun. And some oils. So I've got to remember to follow my own rules with this. Right, now, oh yes, I know. Got to remember where I'm up to and not get too sidetracked. It's got some I'll put a couple of just these on for the minute to also help. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to work, I suppose I should work on his muzzle area. Lots of greys in there. A little bit grey. Alright, so here we go. And when you say delay, do you mean versus? No, I mean with my voice. Like if I say something and then my voice moves after, is it doing that? I thought it was doing that last time, but I might, it was just a little bit weird like that. But it doesn't really matter because it doesn't kind of affect the painting, I don't think. Oh, I've got his. Oh, it's good the chat works there too. Right, well, okay, so now what? Oh, I'll put some, what colour is that? Goldy kind of. I'll put a little bit of highlight in his nose here. Just making his eyes a bit bigger as well. It's interesting because you use the colours you use more of the colours you don't expect to use more of sometimes. And that's kind of interesting. Hard to tell as you're not looking at, yeah, so it probably doesn't matter really, does it? Doesn't matter. I think I need to work on the inside of those ears for a bit and just let that settle. Alright, inside of the ears, So I'm really chewing through the burnt sienna, which is not actually in the Zorn palette, but I'm using it mixed with Prussian blue instead of ivory black. Because, I think it's because I kind of like that you can cool off your darks and warm them up. But you can do that with ivory black too, but the greyness of ivory black sometimes annoys me. How it can go quite grey. It's alright though, like, it's not a bad colour. I'm going to put this pink in the inside of the ears. Put a bit there so I can get a feel for that. And yellow ochre is not a very strong colour, so you tend to use a bit of yellow ochre as well. I'm actually using I'm using the deep cadmium red rather than the normal cadmium red because it's a nice cool red and I like that a lot. Now yellow. Yeah, it's a nice palette, this one. It's really nice. Once I've made those adjustments, it's a favourite oil palette now. All I need to put, I think is his head a little high? Yes, it is. His head's a little high. I'm just going to chisel his head down. Chisel that head down. Use this brush. I wonder if the quality is better on YouTube or Twitch. And I got this notification that says you can do what did it say? You can, you're eligible for some kind of raid thing. I don't know what that is, so I didn't respond yet. Well, I suppose I better Google it and see what it is. With the Twitch. May or may not be a good idea. I need more bends here. So what about the background of this? What am I going to do? Do I want to stay dark? I think I could excuse myself to load another colour on my palette for the background. So I'm gonna, take that bit off. Oh, damn it. Me pressing too hard. And then put this dark on because I didn't want white in there. Alright, I'll load that up again. What colour is that from? Red mixed with the dark. Red, I'll use red mixed with Prussian blue. So if that's that one there, something come down here. Okay. And maybe a bit more blue in that. This side. This is fun. I have been meaning to paint an animal in oils for a while now, and I never got around to it yet. So I seem to always want to do them in acrylics. But I'm quite enjoying this. Right, now I'll put some of this dark in the eye there. Oh yes, when people select you and host your stream with their people select you. Okay. Is it good or? It's probably more for gaming sort of stuff, eh? Yeah, okay. Hello. Hi, little dog. Hi, little doggy do. Little doggy daycare. We shall call you something. What? Okay. Red in there, red and grey. Just trying to get some of this tone up into the mouth now. Just now that I'm established some, I can look at more detail. Closely at the detail without kind of. Also, I need to go darker under there without changing too much, and keep some of these okay, I can see a bit where I need to go. I need to wash my brush, give it a good wipe, that bit. Really not using much medium actually, so there's a bit in there. One, two. And then it kind of comes around there and around there. Okay, those messy ears. Messy ears. What am I going to do about them? I need more yellow ochre. I'm completely out on my palette. Want to have a look at my palette? It's good for expanding your audience base. Yeah, alright. Well, I will look into that. Audience, yes. I will look into that. I actually managed to connect this to my Twitter. So when I stream, it registers on Twitter now. And what was I about to, what was I going to do? Oh, I know. Now I've got to remember what I'm doing now. Okay, top of the ears. I'll just pop the top of the ears in. Top of that ear and top of that ear. And that one. And there. And got on here? I'll show you my palette, that's what it's going to do. So I'm still kind of making a bit of a reasonable order here. Still. Still a bit of order going on. No, I want my brush again. Get some nice marks. He needs a little bit of some of these grey lines in here can go in there. Okay, more pink. Back to the pink, I think. Pink in the ears. And then that kind of goes up here a bit. Can do some soft blending now. Not too much though, because I've got to be careful that I don't blend it too much. And this one up here. So, should I do the background yet or not is the question. I don't really know. Really know about that. Right, now, a little bit more detail in that mouth. Really, his eyes aren't wide enough for that picture, but they kind of seem to suit it. So I'm not too fussed. He looks cute like that. So I've got to put some detail in his eyes soon. But I also need to. I also want to. Tweak the, I've got to do something with the background. And I've got to do all sorts of things, don't I? Take some while, I suppose, to all fall together. What about the background? What do you reckon? What colour? What should I do about that? What should I do about it? Should I keep it dark? Should I just go in neatly with some purple? A similar purple colour. I don't know. I just don't really slows down as you get to about here. Okay, so, gosh, what time did I start? Need to pop out for a bit. We'll leave the stream playing again more bit. Thank you very much, Michael. Thanks for popping and saying hello too. That's really cool. Thank you. Have a nice little pop out time. Right, more dark. Nice having someone to chat to. Okay, so going dark here. I'm just going to load my brush every time so I can get that dark mouth edge. What happens here? We get that nice dark underneath it. This is pretty thick paint, so it's going to take ages to dry, but more bits here. But them's are the breaks. So in a minute I'm going to mix up a purpley colour for the background. Unless I want to just keep the thing harmonious and mix a colour with these, the ones I'm using. I don't know. You know, some decisions I have to make, and it's a hard decision sometimes. Little silly hard decisions. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I need to make a decision. I need to make a decision shortly, so I can see where I need to tweak my image, the edges or whatever it is. So while I'm thinking about that, I'll just put in a little bit more work in the eyes. A little bit more work in the eyes. So with a small brush this time, and so which bits I'll make the pupil a little bit bigger. And that one's not too bad on that side. And I need to do some of the whites of the eyes. So mix up a grey with a tiny bit of red in it. Put that one there. And maybe one in here a bit. Actually, I'm going to go really light. Extra paint on my brush. Really light. Yeah. That bit. And that bit. And there's that bit. And whoops. A bit too that was a dirty mark. Dirty mark. That's okay. And a tiny bit of a twink in there, actually. Where's the pink in his eye? Yes. Oh, the pink. Just put that there. And what else? Some more grey under there probably would be not a bad idea. That bit. Yeah, that bit. Oh, maybe some real dark just to outline them a little bit more. And then I'll go into the background. So, just, oops. Yeah, that one can go that way, and down. And I need to bring this pupil down a little bit actually. Just balance them up a bit. He's pretty cute. Brown. There's a little bit of a bit of pink in the corner of the eye as well. A bit of pink in the corner of the eye with the tear ducts. And all these little marks kind of make the eye look bigger and more bulbous as well. This is good. Are they even? Is the question. Alright. Background. Oh, hang on. I keep saying background and I keep seeing other things I need to do. I'm just going to put a little bit of kind of tone in these corner bits of the nose. And I need to exaggerate those nose holes. So these nose holes. Oh yeah, this light. And I probably could just blend a little bit. Soften some of these marks there, and while I'm at it, just kind of all right, okay, background. Okay, we'll look at that now. Harmonious or not? Harmony. Do we want harmony or contrast? Harmony or contrast? Do I add another colour? Oh, that is a hard question. Maybe what I could do actually is add some kind of this Flinders Red Palette, which is a reddy purple, mix it with some of the red I'm using and some of the dark I'm using to make a colour that's slightly different but not completely different. That's what I'll do. I've made my decision. So mix it with some of the red and then some of the dark. Maybe I'm already using maybe more of the blue. So it's still, it is a bit of a purple actually. It does work out to a purple. Where is it? A browny purple. Anyway. Right, so I'm going to, what am I going to do with this? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is actually chisel in a bit around here to, without totally removing the background, because I like that some of this edge, so I'm going to try and keep some of that. What does that look like? Yeah, that bit's good. Okay. Like I like that bit there, which is breaking through underneath. So, I'm going to make this ear stand out a bit more. So I'll just go around it there. I still like, I love that bit there, so I might leave that bit. Just see what happens if I go over the top there like that. That's okay. Okay, so see now what happens is it makes me see the mistakes pretty, like that is a bit got more like, raise the angle out there. I kind of like that mess there, so I'll leave that. Do I need to kind of blur that? Oops, not that much. I'll touch that up after. I'll just decide which bits to keep and which bits to knock out. Which bits to keep and which bits to knock away. Yeah. Just, I really like that bit, so I do want to leave that, so I'm going to just mess that down there like that. Do it. Maybe that bit's not helping though. Maybe I'll keep. Maybe I will get rid of some of it. Oh, damn it. It does make it pop out a bit more. I can still sort of see a little bit of it. I lost the one that was a bit I loved. But you know, the thing is, if you do want to kind of not take it back a bit in parts, you can dip a bit of a rag in solvent and take it, get some of that back. See, easy. But now what? Okay, so this one. So I'm going to level those ears up. Now I can either level them up by wiping away or painting on top. And I might paint on top actually. So I think I'll go back to, I might go to this other brush. I had this kind of small brush, and I'll just put some little highlight things I can see that I need to do. What colour is that? Got a bit of yellow, a bit of yellow grey, so I'll get that line of that comes into about there. Get that bit of inside here, comes out that way, goes down there like that. So now I'll just go that way. That bit and that bit. It's a bloody big ear, I tell you. It's a big ear. You've got a big ear, old boy. I don't think I want to do too much more, to be honest. This is my minimalist piece. This could be a minimalist piece. Mind you, I could just keep going and going and just gently just putting a mark here and a mark there. Just getting some wrinkles in because he is wrinkled. Here's a wrinkly little thing. A wrinkle here and a wrinkle there. Here a wrinkle, there a wrinkle, everywhere a wrinkle. Some more, actually, because he has got you know, you don't have to do every single hair on his head as a thing. You never do that kind of thing. But just put a few little detail things in down the middle there. I really like this oil paint. I think I like this oil paint for animals better. Gosh, who'd have thunk? Who would have thought? That's a worry. That is a worry. No, it's not really. I'm just being silly. A few little touch-ups, eh? And then, what is the time? 1:09. It's 1:09. And I'm just gonna try and finish this off. So, what bits are good? Just neaten that bit up. This ear here is a bit. What else? What else do I need to do now? Some stuff in there. Might use a bit of this background colour now for my darks in the ear here. So, excuse me. Billie Jean, la 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 la. I should not be singing. Oh, lunchtime, I think. Lunchtime, I gotta think about this. You get to a point where you just kind of gonna go, alright, just stop and think about it and think if I do need to do a few more marks or if I can finish it or what, you know, because come back and look at it with fresh eyes, as we like to say. Fresh eyes. Because really, you know, when you're looking at the thing from the same position for a long time, just sort of, you can't see it properly. You really can't. And the bits I kind of think I like may not actually be working. Like that bit there is looking a bit weird. Tone that bit down. Kind of thing, you know. So I'm going to stop that, I reckon. Stop it. Stop. I didn't put any whiskers on though. Should I put some whiskers on? Put a couple of whiskers on. A couple of little whiskies. What colour are the grey? Just some grey whiskers. So we'll do one here. They're only short whiskers actually. It didn't really work. I'll do another one here. And one down here. And maybe one out there. Maybe one up here somewhere. And maybe one lighter one. Maybe a lighter one just up here. Oh, that, whoops. Oh, a bit thick. That'll do. Little whiskers. Oh, bless you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kathy. Hi, Kathy. Are you at work? Yay. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. Is it lunchtime? Oh no, you got to start now, don't you? You are starting. Oh no, actually you're not at. You're at a different work, aren't you? Well, this was a bit of fun, a little bit of oils, a little bit of, you know, a little bit of something different for me. This one, the oils. Oh really? I loved it. I love this oils for animals. I think it works better than what I thought. And so, I'm going to do it again. And so all my oil paintings that I don't like, I can paint over now. I wonder if there is. I've got to think of ones, if there is any left when I'm gonna do it. That one's, it's just a bit. Oh, don't do what you think you should do in parts like that. Oh, there's something right there. I've got to stop. I really have to stop now because I'm at that point where I don't need to do any more. What was I listening to the other day, and Seth Godin, marketing sort of specialist or marketing person, and he says if it's good enough, it's good enough. That means it's good enough. It doesn't mean it's not good, and it doesn't mean it's should be better. It means it's good enough. And so stop. That's an interesting philosophy, really, when you think about it. Rather than trying to be a perfectionist and have it absolutely perfect, if it's good enough, it's good enough. I guess. And I might just fix that bit. And that's the thing, you just keep going and 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 going. I might take a bit of that interesting purple I had. Put a mark there. Okay. Otherwise paintings are never finished. It's either good enough or it's never finished. Maybe. Right, okay, brush down. Finished. Thank you for popping in and saying hello.